Anglican bishops are meeting to respond to calls by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, to be minded by the unconditional love of Christ reached by the Church as it pushes for the promotion of proper human rights, sexual rights, and Ghanaian family values bill present before Parliament. The Archbishop of Canterbury and leader of the Global Anglican Church, Stephen Cottrell, are among the few who are of the view that the current position of the Anglican Church of Ghana on homosexuality does not preach God's offer of unconditional love to every human being through Jesus Christ. They are therefore planning to hold a meeting with the Ghanaian Anglican Church on their stance. This was contained in a statement shared on the Twitter page of the Archbishop of Canterbury. Here's the full statement. It says, the Archbishop of Canterbury, the Most Reverend Justin Welby, said today, I am gravely concerned by the draft Anti-LGBTQ Bill due to be debated by the Ghanaian Parliament. I will be speaking with the Archbishop of Ghana in the coming days to discuss the Anglican Church of Ghana's response to the bill. The majority of Anglicans within the Global Anglican Communion are committed to upholding both the traditional teaching on marriage as laid out in the 1998 Lambeth Conference resolution and the rights of every person regardless of sexual orientation before the law. In that resolution, the Anglican Communion also made a commitment to assure LGBTQ+ people that they are loved by God and that all baptized, believing, and faithful persons, regardless of sexual orientation, are full members of the body of Christ. Meanwhile, on numerous occasions, the primates of the Anglican Communion have stated their opposition to the criminalization of same-sex attracted people. Most recently, unanimously in the communique of the 2016 primates meeting. I remind our brothers and sisters in the Anglican Church of Ghana of these commitments. We are a global family of churches, but the mission of the church is the same in every culture and country, to demonstrate through its actions and words God's offer of unconditional love to every human being through Jesus Christ. And that's the statement, by the Anglican bishops here in Ghana. Well, that's the statement, I beg your pardon, by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Meanwhile, the Anglican Church of Ghana says it stands on the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill present before Parliament remains unfazed. And what exactly is that? Let me share this statement issued back in, this month with you by the Anglican Church of Ghana. It says, we, the House of Bishops representing the Anglican Church Ghana, internal province of Ghana, have thrown our weight behind the anti-gay LGBTQ+ bill currently before the House of Parliament, Ghana. Our support is born out of the belief that LGBTQ+ is unbiblical and ungodly. We see LGBTQ+ as unrighteousness in the sight of God, and therefore would do anything within our powers and mandate to ensure that the bill comes to fruition. We further state that aside Christianity, the Ghanaian tradition and culture do not permit such act. This is about morality today and that of the future generation yet unborn. We as leaders must leave a legacy everyone will be proud of, Christ-like legacy of hope. It will be recalled that earlier on in the year, during the enthronement of His Grace, the Most Reverend Dr. Cyril Kwabena Ben Smith, as Archbishop of the internal province of Ghana at the Cathedral Church of St. Michael and All Angels at Santimampong, His Excellency the President of Ghana, in no uncertain terms, condemned this unholy act. So you had there the statement from the church in Ghana, issued this month in October, and what has also been put out today from the Archbishop of Canterbury. We'll see what the meeting that he talks about brings. And of course, we'll bring you the very latest on this developing story. But what's the global outlook of the debates on legalizing or criminalizing activities of LGBTQ+? We're just going to take you through some graphics for you to understand the situation. So 69 UN member states still criminalize consensual same-sex sexual act between adults. And then in 6 UN member states, the death penalty is the legally prescribed punishment for consensual same-sex act. And these countries include Mauritania, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen. Again, at least 42 UN member states have legal barriers to freedom of expression on sexual orientation and gender issues. Also, 51 UN member states have legal barriers to the formation, establishment, or registration of NGOs working on issues related to sexual and gender diversity. 11 UN member states contain constitutional provisions that specify sexual orientation in their anti-discrimination protections. Also, 57 UN member states offer broad protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation, including education, health, the provision of goods and services, and/or housing. And as you can see, 81 UN member states have laws protecting from workplace discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. Also, 48 UN member states imposed enhanced criminal penalties for offenses motivated by hate towards the victims of sexual orientation. 45 of the UN member states have laws that punish acts of incitement to hatred, discrimination, or violence based on sexual orientation. And 4 of the member states, Brazil, Ecuador, Germany, and Malta, have nationwide bans against conversion therapies. There are subnational bans in 5 other UN member states. We're talking Australia, Canada, Mexico, Spain, and the United States. In terms of the recognition of rainbow families, 28 UN member states recognize same-sex marriage. 1 non-UN member jurisdiction, that's Taiwan, has also legalized same-sex marriage. Right there on your screen, you see that 34 of the UN member states provide for some partnership recognition, and 28 of the states have joint adoption laws, while 32 states allow for same-sex second parent adoption.